I just have to say this. I got a bunch of calls the last 3 weeks. And the calls go like this: what do you want?
That's former massive Trump supporter turned skeptic Alex Jones, basically claiming that the Trump administration offered him a bribe to shut up with his criticism over how Trump has handled the Epstein files and the scandal that's followed. I'm Mediaite founding editor Colby Hall, and inasmuch as you believe anything he says, and there's reason to be skeptical about what he says, this is still a massive deal for reasons that may not be readily apparent to you. But first, let's hear what he has to say.
And I've never asked for anything. What I want is good policy. I always want to be the outsider. And I'm just like, what do I want? I want Make America Great Again. I want America First. So there's a real understanding in this administration that we're in charge. This is the way it is. And the fact that I get these calls, like the top of the administration, and they're just cut and dry. What do you want? And I'm just like,
The top of the administration, well, that would either be President Trump, who's known to call people in the media all the time, or someone very close to him, like Chief of Staff Susie Wiles or Stephen Miller. Anyway, if what he says is true, it's a big deal. And because he's Alex Jones, who's talking to Nick Fuentes, who also has been very critical about the Epstein files, this is really less about Trump criticism and more about government conspiracies. And so, of course, Jones had to make sure to hit the Democrats.
And again, the horror of Hakeem Jeffries and Pocahontas is right there. And that's why I'm in this paradox where I'm like, whoa.
I'm sorry, can we see that again?
I'm like, whoa.
Fun, right? That's fun.
I mean, I feel disaster. I'm going to be honest with viewers. I have nothing I can do but to tell the truth. I am just in a nightmare.
I'm sorry, what's the nightmare exactly?
Because the Democrats are pure satanic scum. We know who they are. And you've got all this delusions of grandeur. People that know Trump well say it's beyond megalomania. He does not care. He does whatever he wants, which is good to not care about Democrats. He doesn't even respond to their attacks anymore because he literally doesn't care and thinks he's invincible.
Invincible? Yeah, I'm not sure that I go that far, but I do mostly agree with Alex Jones. Trump right now doesn't seem to care at all about what anyone thinks, especially when it comes to his poor handling of this engulfing Epstein scandal.
And now he's negotiating with Russia and China and North Korea and Iran. And just a week ago had a meeting with Zelensky and said, maybe we'll give you heavy bombs to bomb Moscow. And now they may overthrow Zelensky. So you get this idea that it's like this swirling crazy town.
Jones talking about a swirling crazy town. I kind of know exactly what he's talking about here, but maybe we're not referencing the same thing.
And you have last week the CIA director at that meeting they had, that cabinet meeting, and Ratcliffe literally leans back and goes, starts kind of like demoning out in the meeting, going like,
again, I'm sorry, we have to see that again.
It goes, starts kind of like demoning out in the meeting, going like,
and if anyone knows what demoning out is, it would be Alex Jones, but let's see where he goes.
I'm like literally looking at places to run to in the Southern Hemisphere for nuclear war. And I'm not the kind of guy that runs. My instincts are run, run, run. And the Democrats want to defeat Trump, and the Democrats want to rape our kids, and I know they're bad. And then you got all this crazy Trump delusion, and I smell death.
He smells death. It's at this point we're reminded that Alex Jones makes most of his money by selling survival products to his audience who are convinced that Armageddon is just around the corner.
And so Europe and Chicago, I'm in Austin, big cities. This is real world stuff. So at this point, I just want listeners and viewers to know. Let me ask you this, Nick. Comment to just the Armageddon flavor of this, but then larger issue, is there any way to extricate Trump? Is there any path, in your view, out of this? Or what do we do? Because obviously the behavior of the last 3 weeks on Epstein is not trillion D chess. It is flailing anger or it's covering something up. I mean, this is just, you can't lie about what this is, which I've been saying, I don't know what it is.
Fuentes thinks it's over, but it's not all bad. Could you get any more bizarre here? I don't think that Alex Jones and Nick Fuentes are serious thinkers. I think they're performers, but they do still have a pretty sizable following. I don't necessarily believe that he was bribed, but what's important here is that Jones is claiming this, that Jones and Fuentes are telling their followers that Trump messed this up big time, and they're so concerned that they're willing to pay him off, give him some sort of benefit. And again, this speaks to the larger fracture that's happening in the MAGA coalition entirely around the Epstein scandal. And it's not just conspiracy theories that are long dismissed as unserious people like Jones and Fuentes. It's other people who are elected officials. It's Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's Tucker Carlson. These people sort of dabble in that same area, but have a lot bigger audiences and a sort of a lot more respect and credibility. When Megyn Kelly is calling for Pam Bondi to step down, it's serious. And, I don't care about this Obama treason sort of distraction surrounding Tulsi Gabbard and Ratcliffe and whatever, the Durham report. That's all a distraction. That's all designed to give conservative media something else to talk about instead of the Epstein scandal. But this story is not going away. And Alex Jones realizes that he can profit off of this and is now turning against Trump to help sell his survivalist needs, whatever that may be. But again, there's an audience to be mined here. And that audience, they're QAnon believers, and they've turned against Trump because of this supposed cover-up. It's a fascinating thing that's not going away, and we'll be here to cover it as it goes on. Again, I'm Mediaite founding editor Colby Hall. Please click the like and subscribe button for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.